Hey there, how are you doing today? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike. What I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, it's a pretty nasty day outside. We're in for some rough weather. And I figured why not offset it a little bit by doing a little bit of a, tropical flower review. So that's what we're doing today. This one I have been holding on to for a little while, and I'm really excited to get into it, guys. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick it back to the previous me, and he's going to go ahead and reiterate a little bit about what it is that we're doing here on this channel. And he might even be able to explain a little bit about what THCA is, if there are any of y'all who are still unsure, unfamiliar, or on the fence about what that is. And then after that, we're going to be getting right into this review. Alright, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCA in the name. And THCA is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCA actually is. And THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9 THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCA is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCA molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCA, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us, and when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a notice to law enforcement and the postal service. And it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right. All right, guys. So what we're looking at today is brought to us once again by our friends over at California Gold Farm. And what we're looking at today is called Caribbean Breeze. I will give you full disclosure, guys. This is not available at the moment. However, like I've said before, and I'll say again, if I have it, I'll show it. So if I have something, I'm going to show it to you guys. These are strain reviews after all, and this strain you can probably find in the future in other places. So you may as well have an idea what the strain is, right? Now on the nose, guys, very, very tropical, very sweet, very berry. This is a cross of Alien Orange Cookies and Sunset Sherb, so I should give you an indication of what the smell is. It's very, 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 um, yeah, very sweet smelling. Super tropical smelling. And I have already gotten some photos of these guys. I went ahead and took photos before starting this video, so I shouldn't have to take a cut. There are the nugs. There are the buds, guys. Very, very pretty. Really gorgeous in the structure on that. Very peaky. Well, a couple of peaks anyway. Really nice flower. Pretty dense. Pretty dense. Still got a little bit of a snap on it. One of these days I'll be able to show this to you better. Trying to get a good stick shot. Still got a little stick to it, but these are very keefy. Very, very keefy buds. Density's about, it's pretty dense. I would say it's a medium high density, not rock solid, which is good. Um, so yeah, about a medium density, I would say. Pure on it seems pretty good. I'm gonna grind some of this up. I'm gonna go ahead and be a little generous with it because I do feel like I'm going to enjoy this one quite a lot. Get that ground up. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear, but it is quite windy outside. We are in for some rough weather. I think a lot of people right now in the area are anticipating some really rough weather, some heavy winds, calling for up to 70-mile-an-hour winds or something like that, which is very, very, very heavy winds for my area. I used to live in a place where there's a lot of hurricanes and stuff like that, and now it seems like where I am now, there's tornadoes and stuff all the time. Though I still yet to ever actually see a tornado as it's occurring, which is kind of strange. I've never seen one as it's occurring. I only ever see the aftermath. And I've been in this location where I am better part of 30 years. So, well, not this specific location, but within the region. All right. So, we're going to be trying this with a couple of different bowls today. We're going to be using the microdose bowl and we're going to be using the hybrid matrix bowl. We're going to be using the One Hit Wonder, manufactured by Crossing Tech and brought to us by the Dab Hut. And we will be using the Weed Box, April Box piece of glass. Really, really nice bong. Mandala. Etched glass. Might wind up being one of my new favorite pieces. And there we have it right there. Really nice piece, guys. Now, you guys will be seeing, as you're looking at the photos, which you should be seeing right about now, or you should have already seen them. As you'll notice, the really, really deep, deep purples, bright pinks, and the glistening, healthy trichome heads that are well into their transitional phases. There's a lot of, really milky, really amber heads. That's great, guys. If you know what you're looking for, that's something that you do want to see. Now, full disclosure, I have sat on this for a couple of weeks, which is why it's no longer available. However, these things tend to come back around, so keep your eyes out. You might see it again. All right, so we're going to be hitting this with the microdose bowl with the injector side of the One Hit Wonder. Mm. Oh yeah. All right, that's what I expected. That's definitely what I expected. That is right on point. All right, so very smooth, very smooth. And when it says tropical, you're talking about like papaya and you know uh, mango and stuff like that. So it's a smooth, creamy papaya, mango, tropical, fruity, something or other. Going for it. There is a bit of orange in there, but I think that leans more toward the citrus of the mango or the papaya than it does pop out as orange. It is a 60/40 uh, sativa dominant hybrid. Um, and its parents, Alien Orange Cookies and Sunset Sherbet. Let's look at those. So, Alien Orange Cookies is itself a 60/40 sativa dominant hybrid, and that is Alien Tahoe OG and Lemon Alien Dog. And Sunset Sherbet is an indica dominant hybrid at 85/15, and that is Girl Scout cookies and pink panties. Yeah. So, and both of these have fairly similar notes as far as what I'm seeing on flavors listed. So you're looking at, citrus, fruity, sweet, that sort of stuff going for it. Really good, really good, really tasty. Now, this is typically anywhere between 21 to 26% THC. So this probably is, I'm assuming it's on the higher end, so it's probably 28, 29% THCA. Um, yeah, I suppose I could scan the thing right there for the COA, but I'll be honest with you guys. I'm pretty sure this is, 27, 28, 29%. Um, but yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a bigger bowl here. I really do love the colors of this and the smells. The smells are, I mean, they're, it smells like sunset sherb. It really does. But it's got a very tropical lean to it, a very tropical lean. It's really good. All right. Oh yeah. Mm. On the bigger hit, there's a bit of sour that comes out in there. It's really nice. Really nice. But yeah, it's definitely sweet. Um, Tropical citrus, bit of sour, creamy. It's not too punchy on the citrus. It's citrus, but it's creamy and smooth. It's pretty potent. It's hitting me pretty good right now. Um, Feeling it start to build behind my eyes. Pressure's starting to get there, which is a pretty good indicator for me when a sativa starts to hit or when a sativa dominant starts to hit. Um, Effects listed for this are creative, happy, sociable, and uplifting, and may relieve depression, fatigue, headaches, migraines, nausea, and stress. Yes, and yes, 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 yes. Um, as a sativa dominant hybrid, it is going to be, it's going to have more of a stimulating effect, and that can be helpful for depression, fatigue, migraines, all right, and headaches. If you guys have ever had a headache for lack of caffeine, or God forbid, if you know, use nicotine for lack of nicotine, you'll understand that headaches can sometimes come about for a lack of stimulation, and sometimes you just need to get things moving, blood flow, that sort of thing, and something like this would probably help with that. Uh, Nausea, stress, same deal, same deal. And this is fairly regularly suggested for these conditions, as I'm reading here. Um, it's going to help with loss of appetite. Should do anyway, is what I'm reading. Really, really nice. Staying on the palate, still tasting it. All right, let's go ahead and finish out this bowl, and then we'll give it our final verdict. Mm. Oh yeah, it's potent. It's potent for sure. It's getting me, and it's tasty. I mean, I'll be honest, guys, when I started this video, my introduction, getting into it, all of that is a little bit slow going today, guys, because with the weather the way it is, anticipating the storms and everything. And I'll be honest, I've been working really, really long hours with my 3D printers, and yeah, I was when I got up today, I don't have too much energy, but this seems to be waking me up pretty good. Um, and I've not even had my coffee today, guys, so really liking it. Quite potent, quite potent. I hope you guys have enjoyed my little review of Caribbean Breeze from California Gold Farm. Unfortunately, I don't see it listed currently. However, it will probably be listed again in the future, if not here, then elsewhere. And like I said, as much as I like reviewing the products themselves, I am here to, show you guys the strains and talk about the parentage and, the lineage and, you know, all of that sort of stuff and, how these strains individually may be helpful for people. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and let you go here. Like I say, it is quite stormy, and I do want to try to film at least one more video today without risking this. I'm going to be out of power. So that's what I'm going to do now. And yeah, until I see you next time, guys, I want you to keep taking care of yourselves, to keep taking care of your loved ones, and everybody do your best to take care of each other. If y'all are anticipating storms or have recently, had some bad weather, this may be posted after the big storms come through. I hope you've gotten through it fine, and everybody that you and your loved ones are safe and sound. Um, and yeah, and until I see you guys next time, just keep on keeping on, keep staying lifted, keep staying blessed, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Peace.